So I think that as I go along, taking that time to reflect has been really essential, and restarting each day. So if you have something that you're not comfortable with doing one day, making sure that you start the next day and think to yourself, I'm going to do that better, or this is the way that I would do that better, I think is very important. And there are things that I wouldn't necessarily have thought I would enjoy about the job that I have, and things that I thought I would really love about the job that have been more challenging. So I think that it's really important along the way to take the time to reflect on your experiences and to take the positives from the negatives.
So I've been working for about 3 or 4 years now in full-time in the workforce, and it's going to sound trite, but the greatest skill that I've developed is to prioritise. The reality is, just like life, in work you have to prioritise, and sometimes you have to learn how to say no. And that no is going to depend on who you're saying it to. It's going to depend on the setting. You can't just say no to somebody in a meeting room surrounded by 10 people. Maybe take them aside later and figure it out. But in terms of prioritising, the greatest thing that I learnt from a colleague in Germany when I worked there is to learn how to tell the difference between what is important and what is urgent.
I would say to succeed in PR role, you would really need to develop self-confidence in your presentation skills. We go in for pitches almost on a weekly basis here, and to be a good presenter is what's going to win you new business. So if you're not confident in speaking in front of a room, it will stop your promotion at a certain level in terms of PR. So I think really developing that skill set and being comfortable speaking to large groups of people is really, really important. I think it's really practicing before you go into a pitch is definitely important. And after a pitch, don't be afraid to ask for feedback from the people who are on the team with you, whether you went into pitch with your manager, with your boss, and to ask them, is there anything that you thought I could have done better? Did I miss out any points? And really being open and receptive to feedback is what's going to help you learn and grow in the role. So you do have to also just reflect on how you've done each time, and just being very self-aware on what you did right and what you didn't, and taking feedback from other people as well, and just using that to better yourself for the next time you have to go in for a different presentation.
I think I've become more adventurous. I moved to Singapore because, well, I wanted to work somewhere in Asia, I knew that, and I wanted it to be a little bit Western. But I couldn't choose Hong Kong because I've been to Hong Kong, a lot of times. My family's from Hong Kong. But I deliberately put myself in a situation that I wasn't comfortable with because I wanted to do something for me. I wanted to see what it's like. And if it didn't work out here, then worst case scenario, I go to Hong Kong, or I end up back home with my family, living at home in a job that I didn't want to be in. But that was already the case when I was there, so I didn't really have much to lose. For me, it was all about being open to the opportunities and just saying yes to everything. So when my manager first resigned, I didn't think I could run the competition, but then I was like, no, you know what? I know how to run this competition. I'll do it. And I just put myself out there, and I said, and they were interviewing much more qualified people than me, but I was already in the position, I was already doing the job, so I already had that, advantage compared to other people. The other thing as well is that where I saw an opportunity, I just said yes. Where I think it's about taking initiative, and that's what has helped me here. You don't always need the skills or experience to do a job, but you need to be willing to learn and be willing to listen to other people and take advice as well.